Witam serdecznie, tutaj Marco Games z tej strony. Witam na odcinku 24 już z kolei z serii Zagrajmy w Dziedzictwo Hogwartu. To jest odcinek 24, aczkolwiek to jest drugi odcinek, gdzie synchronizacja głosów do obrazu jest już poprawiona, jest już wszystko dobrze. W każdym razie w ostatnim odcinku zajęliśmy się eksploracją południowego wschodu mapy. Odkryliśmy kilka fajnych miejsc, zdobyliśmy trochę skarbów. Oczywiście w większości gorsze. Dostałem też jeden niezidentyfikowany przedmiot, którego jeszcze nie zobaczyłem, co to jest w pokoju życzeń, ponieważ nagrywam drugi odcinek z rzędu. Myślę, że będzie fajnie, ponieważ teraz zajmiemy się główną misją, aczkolwiek też dwie poboczne nas czekają. Zobaczymy, ile czasu nam zajmie główna misja. Jak zajmie nam ponad pół godziny, no to oczywiście zostanę tylko przy tym. A w kolejnym odcinku zajmiemy się dwoma pobocznymi misjami. Zobaczymy, jak to się rozwiąże, ile czasu nam to zajmie. To wszystko zależy od tego czasu. Czas jest tutaj priorytetem tak naprawdę. Okej, to przechodzimy w takim razie do gry. Okej, jesteśmy. Już jestem w komnacie, przed komnatą mapy, przepraszam. Jestem przed komnatą mapy i wchodzimy do środka. Musicie się przyznać, że zjawiskowo wygląda ta mapa. Naprawdę. Pani dyrektor?
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait,
Okay.
is the next
Ciekawe, w
trial
jaki
in the
sposób?
headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
Misja ukończona. Dobra.
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do.
No dobra, to się w takim razie przenosimy gdzie indziej. Misja Żal i Zemsta. To jest. Dobra, nie wiem. Nie ma napisane. Aha, dobra. Okej. Aktualnie. Boże Narodzenie. Dużo choinek. Ślicznie to wygląda, musicie przyznać.
I have been meaning to speak with you.
Spoko, posiedziałem sobie parę minut. Poczekałem. Zamiast usiąść
I still
sobie
can't believe we escaped the
na tym,
Ashwinders.
You may not realize it, but you are the talk of the school since you saved me
na
that
tej
day.
desce, nie wiem
How
czy to w
everyone
sumie
knows
jest,
about it.
ale
I
usiadłem
thought
sobie
my
na
mother
podłodze,
in the
jak
Hogwarts would
Wiedźmin.
be more forgiving of what I have been up to if it came from me. She likely taught other professors and news travels quickly. Unfortunately, she might in fact have been even less forgiving than I'd hoped.
I don't blame her for being concerned. We have been involved in some dangerous activities.
As the Ashwinders were locking me up and threatening my life, it did occur to me that my mother may have been right.
Has Officer Singer done anything with the evidence we provided?
She has not. Harlow is as strong as ever. Someone needs to stop him, whether it is us or Officer Singer. If someone had stopped the monsters like him in Matabeleland, my father would be alive today.
What exactly happened to your father?
It was a beautiful day. My mother had gone to
Dzisiaj
see to
mówiłem,
her
że już
neighbor's
jest
inn,
dobrze z
and so
synchronizacją.
my father and I were galloping in the savannah.
Galloping? Your father was also an animagus, I take it?
He could become the most majestic giraffe, and he would carry me on his back, my arms around his neck. We were on our way home when we surprised a group of bandits who had come from our village. One of them saw me just as he removed a scarf from his face. He shouted and then aimed his rifle.
He didn't want you to identify him.
Exactly. In an instant, my father bowed his neck to protect me and was hit. As he fell, my father changed back into his human form. When the bandits saw this, they turned and ran in fear. Magic terrified them, and then he was gone. And it was all my fault.
Your fault? How so?
He died protecting me. If I had been capable of protecting myself, he would still be alive today. My mother and I tried to go on without him, but it became too much for us there. A few years later, we left to come to Scotland.
Do you think taking down the Ashwinders will avenge your father's death?
No. Vengeance is not what drives me. My father would not want that. He and my mother raised me to believe that it is a privilege to be able to fight for those who cannot. I know there is risk involved, but I feel it is worth it. I am glad you seem to think so too.
What does your mother think about all of this?
Well, as you saw, she worries a great deal. She is an excellent seer, but I think it bothers her to this day that she did not see my father's death coming. She misses him, as do I. So I believe on some level she understands my need to seek justice in a small way, but that does not mean that she likes it.
Do you think your father would approve of the things we've been doing?
Oh my, that is a good question. In theory, yes. Although he would worry as my mother does. But I think he, of all people, would understand my persistence. My father never shied away from a fight for good, no matter how ruthless the foe. And I think he would have enjoyed knowing that I had a compatriot like you.
I'm sorry, Natty. I can't imagine what you've been through. Your father sounds exceptional.
He was truly extraordinary. And thank you for your kind words. We all have our burdens. My father had a saying about that.
Yes, I remember. Rain does not fall on one roof alone.
Exactly. Soon you and I will put an end to the Ashwinders, beginning with Harlow. And once he is gone, we will turn our attention to Rookwood. We are making progress, and we will succeed.
Jestem taki ciekawy, za ile się skończy ta gra.
You deserve all of
Ile
the
jeszcze
praise you
misji
have
zostało, żeby to ukończyć.
Revelio.
Tu jest podobno jakiś skarb gdzieś, ale nie widzę nic. Revelio też mi nic nie mówi. Może jakoś inaczej trzeba się tutaj dostać, nie wiem. Dobra, to tyle, jeżeli chodzi o to. Zakazany las. Okej. Już się zbliżamy.
I can do this. I can do this. They will want to help.
A, to z tymi
Is this
centaurami
meeting
teraz.
the centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
I'm not sure about this. I can't imagine they're fond of being surprised.
We don't have a choice if we want to help the Snidgets. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost unnerving.
No, prawda.
I suppose they are known for having an air of omniscience.
That's exactly the right word. Never mind.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to hide.
That's right. We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet
No,
with
coś
them,
ukrywa.
tell them about the Snidgets, and I'm sure to all be fun.
O, przycięło się. Nie dopracowali sceny. O dupę. O cholera. Może się przestraszyć. Naprawdę może się przestraszyć, kurde. Ale numer.
What do you think you're doing here,
Alec.
humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah, I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No, never. We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Alec.
Doran.
We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continue to slaughter beasts like us without a care.
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all 3 of your heads.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
Okej, nie jest źle, żyjemy.
Don't understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with Snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
I don't know, but I am inclined to believe him, what with his being a centaur and all.
I am too. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran.
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the
Może.
library and start looking into the cave you mentioned. I'll let you know what I find.
Okej,
I hate to see a creature get put down like that.
jesteśmy przy tym. Przy stole astronomicznym, a jest noc, więc spróbujemy spróbujemy odkryć tajemnicę.
studied here.
Smok. proste, nie? Prostsze niż w Origins. Kończone wyzwanie. Okej. Mamy szalik rozmarzonego jasnowidza. Później będzie strój rozmarzonego jasnowidza. Okej, czyli jak skompletujemy wszystkie te rzeczy, to wtedy założę ten strój, żeby jakoś to uwiecznić, że nam się to udało. Tak robię, bo myślę, że to jest fajny sposób. Tutaj mamy modne szaty wyjściowe oraz już tajemnicę Hogwartu, jedną. Ciekawe, co tam jeszcze na mnie czeka w tej szkole. Okej, tutaj balony. A tutaj strój do Quidditcha ogólnie w sumie. I za platformy do lądowania. Dobra. No to w takim razie teraz zajmiemy się misją główną. Dobijemy do misji głównej. Po klucze Dedala zostały mi jeszcze 2, ale to trzeba szukać po całym Hogwarcie. To jest bardziej na stream niż na filmik do zrobienia. Wielosokowa intryga, o proszę. Przechodzimy w takim razie do Hogwartu. Klasy zakręć. Dobra, lecimy. Jeszcze jest jakieś zadanie poboczne na minimapie, było widać. Ciekawe, o co chodzi. Może jeszcze w tym odcinku się dowiemy. Zobaczymy. Wyspałeś się, panie profesorze? Dobrze, to mamy do ciebie sprawę.
Now here's Professor Fig. The keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the port key. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible.
Incredible.
All right. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I've actually met Scrope, but I'm not sure he'll tell me. He's rather devoted to the Black family.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't Polyjuice Potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does?
So how do you already have Polyjuice Potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more.
Ale ekstra! Ale ekstra!
How do you feel?
Zabrał nam ten ból, tak?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
LOL.
I've taken the liberty of
Tego się nie spodziewałem.
As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope.
Teraz wiemy, że nasza postać potrafi coś bekać.
You might
LOL.
look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the Ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
O lol. Wszyscy będą nas teraz skłaniać w pas. Albo rzucać zakręcenie wybaczalne. O lol.
Do you have a moment, Professor?
O w dupę.
Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I
did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student gets this rather unenviable task.
Nieprzyjemne zadanie.
I haven't time for any of you at the moment. None. None at all. Move aside. Greetings. I mean, out of my way, children.
What could the headmaster want?
To Wizzy był. Ciekawe, czy mogę z nim zagadać.
Gareth. Mr. Weasley, what are you doing here? Don't you have somewhere to be?
Oh, Professor. Yes, of course. All sorts of places I'd rather be right now. Do you need something from me?
I'm looking for my house elf. Surely you've seen him?
Ah, the little one-eared fellow. I saw him heading to the Great Hall moments ago, muttering on about your, sterling graces, sir.
I am watching you, Mr. Weasley. Mr. Redding, who owns Honeydukes, tells me some of his billywig stings recently went missing. Prime potion ingredient. And I know you fancy yourself a skilled potioneer.
What? But, sir, I haven't been anywhere near Honeydukes.
Bah! That's enough from you. Just know that I have eyes and ears everywhere. On your way, Mr. Weasley.
Ale go załatwiliśmy. Mamy niewiele czasu, jakieś 2 godziny, aż eliksir przestanie działać.
How are you, sir?
Omenes.
Professor, a word? Professor Black, again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
I should think you'd have better things to do with your time. Now, where's my elf?
Good day, Professor. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kogawa.
Szkoda, że nie mieliśmy wpływu na to, żeby żeby Quidditcha jednak...
Chewing with your mouth open? Where are your manners?
Szkoda, że nie mieliśmy wpływu na to, żeby jednak tego Quidditcha przywrócić, bo no, nie oszukujmy się, ta gra jest po prostu wspaniała, no. a jako dyrektor szkoły w przebraniu mielibyśmy większy wpływ na to. Oczywiście później by było pytanie, kurczę, przecież ja nic nie mówiłem, tak? By się jeszcze kłócili. Przecież ja nic nie mówiłem. Nie zezwalałem na Quidditcha, co jest do cholery. Ale jakbyśmy trochę chociaż polatali w śladach Slytherinu, nie byłoby źle. Fajnie byłoby zagrać w Quidditcha w takiej grze jak ta. Naprawdę.
Professor, a word, please. Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
Ah, well, yes. He's handling some official ministry business for me.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig. I shall never understand.
Nie rozumiem tego człowieka.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Wait until Master sees what a wonderful job Scrope is doing.
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
Ma to związek z siłą, ma to związek z eksponowaniem rodziny, coś z czystością krwi. Black. Beatrix Black Lestrange. Czystość krwi, może to.
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Very well. Toujours pure.
There is another matter, Scrope. I confiscated this filthy diary from a student. It smells of squid and seawater.
Oh, Apollonia's diary. That is quite a surprise, Master. What do you wish Scrope to do with this treasure? Rubbish.
Whatever you wish, Scrope. It's your treasure. Now, off with you.
Znowu beknął, lol.
The polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight.
Boże, serio?
Just in time.
Lol.
It's wearing off.
Pepega. Już 3 razy chyba, może 4 beknął.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now to speak the password to the gargoyle.
Misja ukończona. No to co, robimy kolejną. W takim razie. Aha. Może tu będzie najbliżej, aczkolwiek nie wiem. To jest wieża astronomiczna. Dobra, zobaczymy. Mamy zejść, tak? Okej. Wiecie, jak ja tutaj chodziłem normalnie sobie, eksplorowałem, to to było takie freely, że tak się wyrażę. I to już było dawno temu, więc już tak nie do końca pamiętam. Ale tutaj cały czas mam już schodzić, jest dziwne. To jest w końcu na górze. Same koty w tym Hogwarcie. Korytarz jednookiej czarownicy. Byśmy się udali do Miodowego Królestwa zamiast do gabinetu dyrektora. Strasznie daleko, co? Gdyby tak się biegało po tych schodach tak faktycznie, jakbym ja tak miał biegać, kurde, schudłbym chyba w jeden dzień z 10 kilo. Masakra, to jeszcze nie koniec. To chyba była Alohomora trzeciego poziomu na otwarcie tych drzwi. O, daleko trzeba było jeszcze pobiegać, jak myślałem, że może być problem. Ale odkryliśmy to. Bez większego problemu.
Gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password. Toujours pure.
O, proszę. Dumbledore miał łatwiejsze hasła. Jest tu coś? Nie ma. Nie ma skarbu. To jest praktycznie jedyny moment, jedyna sytuacja, gdzie tutaj jesteśmy i możemy coś tutaj zgarnąć. Chyba zgarnąć możemy, nie wiem. Tak, mamy. Alohomora. Korzystajmy z okazji, bo kurczę jest jedyna na całą grę. Chyba, że później będziemy mogli sobie tutaj normalnie wchodzić, aczkolwiek wątpię. O proszę. Looks nice. 57 galonów. Szkolny sweter gorszy. Wielka skrzynia. Jest wydawkowany przedmiot odzienia. Ciekawe, czy lepszy, czy gorszy. Drogi Finasie, dzieci pytają, kiedy wrócisz. Belwina W szczególności czyni to codziennie przy śniadaniu i zapada w przygnębienie, gdy opowiadam jej, że po prostu zapełniasz jakość jej wykształcenia. Sirius i Phineas rzadko wysyłają mi sowę. Sirius Black? Ale kiedy to czynią, nigdy o tobie nie wspominają. Wiadomo, że Sirius Black raczej nie, bo to gdy Harry Potter przyszedł na świat, to Sirius Black miał ponad 100 lat, więc raczej nie on. Na pewno są dumni z tego, co robisz dla Hogwartu. Mieć ojca dyrektora to olbrzymi zaszczyt. Merlinie, dopomóż, Cygnus zaczyna raczkować i lata za Arcturusem niczym niechciany cień. Niechciany. Arcturus błaga o eliksir niewidzialności i szczerze mówiąc wcale mu się nie dziwię. Może bym mu go uważyła, gdyby nie to, że Cygnus uraczyłby mnie nieopisalnym łkaniem. Może zobaczymy cię podczas następnych wakacji szkolnych, ale nie naciskamy. Jakoś sobie poradzimy. Ursula. Czyli gdzieś ma swoją rodzinę, tylko cały czas poświęca się pracy. Pracoholik. W szkole go nikt nie lubi. Królewska Różowa. A, tu przed chwilą było jakby okno, a teraz się pojawiły drzwi, a to ciekawe. I co? Skarby są na górze, czyli jeszcze wyżej, gdzieś nie tutaj już. Okej.
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
What can I expect to find in the book?
A story. I cannot say more. You may recognize some elements of it, as I was inspired by a tale with which many wizarding children are familiar.
I suspect there will be more to this
Może
than
insygnia
reading a book.
śmierci.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time?
No jak widać. Popitowanie z apteki, lekarstwo na czeraki i fiolka. Myśl od siewnia. Pokwitowanie, tonik do włosów, wosk do wąsów, pomada z korniczaka, grzebień perłowy uchwyt, drapaczka do pleców, złoty uchwyt, bachanocyd. Opłacono w niewielkiej części, rachunek za resztę wysłano do ministerstwa.
That must be the pedestal.
Co to jeszcze jest?
Revelio.
To jest ten.
Repulsor. Confringo. Bombarda.
Rozwalamy drzwi headmasterowi. Lol.
Accio. Descendo. Revelio.
No nie wiem, może wtedy się będzie trzeba wydostać stąd, jak tam na górze. Jak się wydostaniemy stąd, nie wiem. Wow. Czarna magia. Tak samo jak z pamiętnikiem Riddla, Voldemorta znaczy. Też tak Harry go ciągnęło. W Komnacie Tajemnic.
Fitzgerald, can you hear me?
I am here. In this place, you may call me Neve. You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention. Things are not always as they seem. You must move swiftly and cautiously. Use the tools you encounter to find me.
Zajebiste.
The first
Coś
you will
innego.
need is a cloak.
Insygnia śmierci.
In this place, as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
Może być trudniejsze niż się wydaje. Trochę się boję, bo tutaj za bardzo zakręt nie mogę rzucać. Jedynie co to ten kameleon.
This is my chance. Come and leave. I need to time this just right. I see a staircase straight ahead.
Koniecznie napiszcie mi w komentarzu, jak wam się podoba ta misja. Czegoś takiego się nie spodziewałem. Tak szczerze powiedziawszy. O Boże.
A ladder. Perhaps they won't be able to find me if I go up there.
Wyglądają jak śmierciożercy bardziej niż jak śmierć.
They're gone. For now. I need to get out of here. Where could Neve be? Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can.
Tylko w którą stronę?
That's where I need to go, but I need to find a way past them.
Taki mały Assassin's Creed w Dziedzictwie Hogwartu. Nikogo nie możemy zabijać. Wszystkich unikać.
Nothing this way, more danger. There must be another way to find you. I need to turn back. There's no getting past them that way.
Boże. To mnie przeraziło.
That doorway looks like the only safe way. Closed tight. No way but forward, I suppose.
Sirip genowy, okej. Chyba. Za dużo ich tu.
Now's my chance.
Nie wiem.
That's the way forward. Can this be? I think I'm invisible.
Śmierć tu jest. Widać ją. Nie mogę skakać. Już, będąc pod polerną. A, tu jest wyjście, kurde, nie zauważyłem tej bramy, lol. Wszystko jest mniej więcej w tych samych barwach, więc trudno mi było to zauważyć za pierwszym razem. Ale okej, mamy to. Tędy nie przejdziemy przez barykadę. To jest kolejna. To są ci. Super. Chciałem powiedzieć, że wolę nie sprawdzać, czy mnie zauważą, czy nie. Trzeba przejść.
This is the way forward. Finally free. Now where are you, Neve?
You have outrun death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be unable to hide.
Super. Jeszcze lepiej.
Wield
Mogę
the
gdzieś
one
walczyć?
you see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary power.
The Elder Wand. Czarna różdżka. Ha! Mamy różdżkę Dumbledora. Mamy różdżkę Voldemorta i tego... i Grindelwalda. Tylu właścicieli miała potężnych. Wow, ale walnęło w cholerę. Masakra. Za dużo zakręć nie mamy, ale zawsze coś.
Defendo. Descendo.
Automatycznie się odnawia. Świetnie. Jaka wada kadawra na nie jest, to nie jest tylko defendo. Defendo znaczy. Beautiful. Asteros a mentor.
Defendo. Bombarda. Depulso. Defendo. Descendo. Bombarda. Defendo.
Wilki, pięknie.
Descendo. Bombarda.
Tylko rzucenie podstawowych zaklęć, kurde, jest tutaj deadly. To nie trzeba Defendo rzucać, żeby załatwić wroga. Oczywiście to trochę dłużej trwa, ale i tak krócej niż naszej obecnej różdżki. Kolejne zadanie wykonane, jeżeli chodzi o duelingi. Bardzo fajnie. Bardzo dobrze. Raczej próżną jest tutaj szukać skarbów, więc lecimy dalej. Możemy się wspinać, to dobrze. Ale bez Crucio, Imperio i Avada Kedavra to nie czuję się jakiś taki super powerful, powiem szczerze. Mimo czarnej różdżki. Sendero Sebestra. Sendero Sebestra. Żyje. Doskonale. Sendero Sebestra. Mam jeszcze trochę ponad 13 minut na ukończenie tej walki, żeby ukończyć wyzwanie duelingu. Sendero Sebestra. No i się udało. Super. Udało się to. Astra. Sendero Sebestra. Ten troll nie żyje, super. Dobra. Bombarda. Kolejne się udało, fantastycznie. Kolejne dwa się udały. Więc ekstra. Co dalej? Jak wam się podoba moc czarnej różdżki? Teraz ją widzimy na serio. Fajnie, że zostało to dodane. Że gracz może faktycznie poczuć tą moc tej czarnej różdżki. Szkoda, że nie mamy zakończeń wybaczalnych. Przydałoby się. Odcinek będzie dłuższy niż zwykle, ale owocny, myślę. Kamień wskrzeszenia. Od razu wiedziałem, że jak będzie opowieść Barda Bidra, to będą to Insygnia Śmierci. O trzech braciach. Percivalle się nazywały chyba jakoś tak.
Pass through the mourners ahead. Nothing is what it seems.
She's gone.
Dear, sweet Neve.
Let us always honor her memory. We won't be the same without her.
Ale odjazd. Jak nie pelerna niewidka, to później czarna różdżka, teraz kamień wskrzeszenia.
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self. But there is no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should. Remember that as you witness my memory.
Myśl odsięgnia.
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable.
Well, wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin Silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong
You
hands,
saw
it can...
what I did for my father. Oh, Neve, imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
What are you doing?
Breathe it in. Can you feel it?
Oh, Isadora. This must stop. All of it.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
Jak się w magiczny sposób pojawił fig. Nowy.
Is it true? Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
It is, and I have.
But you are so...
Young? I know. You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed, was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
I found it disturbing. But how did she gain power from it? How did she harness it?
It was disturbing. Although I wonder that you are asking about her power. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizardkind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was. And she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more, she said that she found a way to store the traces of magic she extracted in goblin silver.
The repositories?
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker named Bragball.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower, Rookwood Castle.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your Polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black. I had no idea he can't hold his fire whiskey.
Okej, lol. Whisky zawsze wali do głowy. Namaszczenie bohaterów. Brązowe trofeum. Próba nie mam Fitzgerald. Z 260 PD. Fajnie.
I shouldn't have reacted
Sebastian.
so easily about your goblin friend. I apologize. I hope we can finish what we started with the triptych. Please meet me at the southern coast. We can search for the final canvas piece.
Professor Weasley. Okej, to by było na tyle, jeżeli chodzi o ten odcinek. Powiedzcie, jak się on podobał. Jest trochę przydługawy, postaram się go trochę skrócić w miarę możliwości, jak najbardziej. W każdym bądź razie, no, mi się on podobał. Zostawcie jakiś komentarz, lajka i subka na kanale, to mnie zawsze cieszy. Do zobaczenia na kolejnych materiałach z tej serii i z kolejnych.